Let's talk about evaluating exponential functions now. When dealing with exponential functions, it's important to remember the definition and rules for exponents. Specifically, the expression b to the n, as long as n is a whole number, represents b being multiplied by itself n times. And what that means is 3 to the power of 3 is 3 multiplied by itself 3 times, and 2 to the 5th is 2 multiplied by itself 5 times. It also turns out that a negative exponent turns an expression into a fraction. That is, b to the negative n is 1 over b to the n. It takes our exponent and puts it in the denominator, making it positive. Equivalently, 1 over b to the negative n is just b to the n again, as it takes the thing that was in the denominator, moves it up to the numerator, and makes it positive again. So anytime we have a negative exponent, it just switches it from the numerator to the denominator, or vice versa. So let's say we have a function f of x equals 2 to the x, and it wants us to evaluate f of 3, that is x equals 3. Then we're going to write f of 3 equals 2 to the 3. Well, that's just 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. Similarly, if we have g of x equals 30 times 2 to the x, g of 2 is 30 times 2 squared, and we have to remember our order of operations tells us that we do the exponent before we do multiplication. So this is 3 times 2 squared, that's 2 times 2, 3 times 4 is 12. Lastly, if we have h of x equals negative 3 times 2 to the x, and we plug in x equals negative 4, let's make that a little more clear. That'll be negative 3 times 2 to the negative 4. And according to our rule that we just defined, this is negative 3 times 1 over 2 to the positive 4. 2 to the positive 4 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, which is 16. And so we're looking at negative 3/16.